Hi, welcome to the Pursuit of Truth. I don't know if I'm actually going to post this one, but I might do. It's just I'm watching Sheeps and Neeps live today on the 29th of March 2019. I haven't even finished it yet. It's just so much. It's very painful to watch. And it incensed me when he asked for, could he have 2 cups of tea? You know, normally in a hospital, the cups are very small. Yeah, this is a man who has cancer and he's in pain, excruciating pain, in a place he doesn't really want to be, and he just wants 2 cups of tea, and they say, oh, 1 cup will do for now. Eventually they do bring him 2 cups. I mean, I know, yeah, like we're used to, 1, and it's just greedy to ask for more than 1. But for fuck's sake, he's got cancer and he's in pain. Fucking 2 cups of tea ain't going to make any difference, is it? I'm sure the NHS can stretch to that. Just to see him in this much pain is... Parts of it when he's writhing in pain, it just reminds me of when you're a child in pain, how that never really changes even when you grow up. When you're in pain, like rolled up in a ball, his eyes half open because they've just given him drugs, rather than trying to save his life by doing an operation. Yeah, he doesn't want to do chemotherapy and radiotherapy, and probably by this stage it wouldn't help anyway. And I don't know whether the surgery, because it's too close to other organs, why they won't at least try it, even if there is a risk. I mean, surely any risk is... We all, like I said, surgery always takes a risk, so I can't see why. But it's just because they're, like I said in the last podcast, it's all about the system. It's all about being within the system and following the system, and people follow the system blindly. These are the rules, this is what we're going to do, this is what I can do, this is what I can't do. I can only do what I can do. That kind of mentality, because it's different, so no, I can't do it, because that's not our policy. Fuck our policy, fuck all that kind of stuff. We're human beings with our only one life. They don't care about that. They don't care that there's a man in the bed, that they're refusing surgery. Yeah, he's refusing chemotherapy and radiotherapy, which is his right as an individual. Is not a good enough treatment. He believes there's a better thing that can be done. Why is it so difficult to do? I know, like, if you were a doctor, the thing is they can't take the risk, isn't it? Because they have insurance, and if anything goes wrong, they get the blame, and the hospital get the blame. So that's why they just refuse out to do anything different, because they're going to check it on medical grounds. So they're leaving this man with no hope, just to basically die in that bed in agony, or with pain relief, drugged up, so he doesn't even realise what's going on until the end. But how many people are in these beds like this, in this situation, that are just dying while someone is just carrying on their life? It just sometimes seems so cruel and so unfair. I'm glad that Des put this. I hoped he would put something like this, so because not all of us will witness what cancer's like, or someone dying like in pain, to realise what that feels like, to see it, to witness it. I've experienced someone who had cancer when I saw them, they were already in a coma. And I went to see them, and I was praying for them, and after that, it was when I came out about a few minutes later, the family rushed in, and she passed away. And she was such a beautiful person, and I mean, I know we all are, but she was so kind, and just cancer is such a horrible way to go, and it just doesn't seem that those people with the the knowledge. Scientists and pharmaceutical companies and doctors aren't really doing enough to find a better solution, rather than just, carry on with chemotherapy and radiotherapy, despite everyone knows it's, that it's not a cure, and it just goes into remission for a few years and then tends to come back and kill you. We can do so much as a species, but it seems when it comes to these medical things, and I know they're difficult, complicated and all that kind of stuff, I'm not expecting miracles, but with the amount of money and time that's pumped into it, but then again, there's a lot of time we waste, like I've said in previous podcasts, waste doing things where we should be putting ourselves to better use, and then we might come up with these cures. So I do believe there is blood on our hands as a species, for the way we are. We are a selfish, lazy species. I know that doesn't help, but I just feel so angry about it, because I've watched Ez, and he's inspired me, and as a fellow human being, to see his suffering. If I was his doctor and I could see his suffering, surely, the thing is that even a doctor's hands are tied, because he works for the hospital and he works for a government and state, and if he does anything that's against them, then he'd be in prison. But it just seems so wrong. I don't know what the solution is to all these problems in the world, where we have this system that we just can't get out of. Well, unless we die, that's the way you get out of the system, and then you're free. Take care, take it easy, God bless and peace.